Yeah, I'm ready.
The Macy's Day Parade is in full swing, with colorful floats and lively music filling the streets of New York City. As the parade passes by, the crowd cheers and waves at their favorite characters. Suddenly, Jar Jar Binks appears on a float, wearing a bright red hat and a microphone in his hand.
Am I Jar Jar then?
You're fucking Jar Jar.
Misa here to host the Macy's Day Parade. Misa so happy to see all yous peoples.
The crowd responds with a mixture of cheers and boos. Some people love Jar Jar, while others find him annoying.
Misa have a special surprise for you, Yusa. A new Star Wars movie is coming out.
The crowd erupts into cheers, excited for the new movie.
But wait, there's more. In this new movie, Jar Jar Binks is the main character.
The crowd goes silent, unsure of how to react. Some people clap politely while others boo loudly.
And guess what? In this movie, Jar Jar Binks becomes the Emperor and takes over the galaxy.
Bad Emperor.
The crowd becomes angry and begins to boo loudly. Some people start to throw things at Jar Jar, who looks confused and shocked.
What's wrong? Yusa guys, don't you like the idea of Jar Jar as the Emperor?
Suddenly, two security guards rush onto the float and grab Jar Jar. They quickly escort him off the float and away from the angry crowd.
Misa, sorry. Misa didn't mean to offend anyone.
The security guards continue to lead Jar Jar away as the parade continues without him. The crowd cheers for the other floats and characters, happy to see the parade back on track.
Wow.
Such a perfect little button on there.
All right, I'm gonna post this one. Oh my god, this is actually I didn't even read this, but it's an origin story, man.
Are they gonna fucking fight with their penises?
I have no idea.
Because he's in cockfight. I don't know.
Bradshaw, how about you do the honors? You and Wilson maybe, or just Bradshaw. I don't think there's speaking parts, so
Tell a story, Eric.
All right. Alan Adale and Chanticleer stood facing each other in a small clearing, their eyes locked in a fierce stare. Two roosters were known throughout the land for their impressive fighting skills, and a match between them was long overdue. As the sun began to rise, the two roosters began to circle each other, their feathers ruffled and their combs red with fury. They hopped and danced, each trying to gain the upper hand. Suddenly, Chanticleer lunged forward, his sharp beak glinting in the early morning light. Alan Adale sidestepped quickly, avoiding the attack and attacking with a swift peck of his own. The two roosters continued to spar, their movements quick and precise. The clucking and crowing of the birds filled the air as they fought with all their might. As the sun rose higher in the sky, the battle raged on. But eventually, Alan Adale's superior speed and agility proved to be too much for Chanticleer. With one final decisive peck, Alan Adale knocked Chanticleer to the ground and claimed victory. The other animals gathered around to congratulate Alan Adale on his well-deserved win. Chanticleer, although defeated, accepted his loss with grace and vowed to train harder for their next encounter. And thus the legend of Alan Adale and Chanticleer's epic cockfight was born.
that's pretty epic to me.
Right?
That was actually really cool.
It was sweet. It's two kind of what would you call them? Singers. Yeah, they're both like troubadours or something like that.
Yep.
And they fight. They have a cockfight.
They fight with their cocks.
It's like the folk singer versus the like superstar, the guy who like left the folksy kind of life to seek fame and everything.
Yeah.
And it's cool how they describe it as like kind of like fencing, like a thrust of his beak which glinted in the sun. And that's cool. I've never thought about.
Yeah, it really felt like a duel.
Yeah.
But it's illegal cockfights.
What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I would love to see that fight, like put onto screen somehow, or Chanticleer and Alan Dale. It's Oodalali versus Rockadoo. Who did the voice of Chanticleer, by the way?
God,
Chanticleer, that was fucking the dude who
Glenn Campbell.
Glenn Campbell, yep.
Oh, okay.
Phil
Famous
Harris,
country
Pat Tim.
singer.
Yeah, that's crazy because
Glenn Campbell.
fucking Roger Miller did Ellen a Dale. The guy that sings Do-Wacka-Doo and
Do-Wacka-Doo.
King of the Road.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Like
Country
that
singers.
It makes it work even better for that little story. That just
They're both country singers, and they're like, all right, time to fuck a cockfight, bro.
Time to meet at sunrise. I'm gonna
Like
be
cocks, dude.
leaning up against a tree with like one leg kind of up so that the bottom of my foot is up against the tree, and I'm like holding onto my belt in that cool way. We're gonna be two birds dueling at sunrise.
Roger, do you want to ask the AI anything? I can give it a prompt that you want.
Let's see here. How about it's a good question. Let me think.
All right. It can be anything.
Yeah, I know that. That's why it's taking me a minute.
Like a
What?
Like a comic.
Just
book.
name one Marvel villain.
One Marvel villain. Fin Fang Foom.
Fing Fang Foom. Perfect. Thank you.
Fin Fang Foom.
Yep.
Okay.
I always say like it just comes out.
Yeah,
Fing,
I know. It would for me too. That's why I have to mentally be like Fin Fang Foom.
Mm-hmm. Every time in my mind I'm like Finn. Oh, I'm writing another good story. I'm giving it such easy prompts too. Like I'm literally just like I'll tell you the prompt for this one. Pee Wee Herman saves New York City from Fin Fang Foom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, this is great! How does it...
Isn't it crazy? It scrubs countless amounts of things.
But how?
Algorithms and people feeding it input,
Them algorithms, dude.
How would you describe yourself as a superhero, Eric? If I told it to write me a horror story on how you became a superhero, or tell me write me a story on how you became a hero.
Yeah.
What are you asking him? What would his hero name be?
No, just how would I give the AI, in his own words, how would I write the prompt, something with his name? How does Eric Bracho become a superhero? Or write me a blank genre on how Eric becomes a superhero.
What's the byline of Eric's superhero
Body
origin
horror.
story?
A body horror? Okay.
Body horror.
Okay.
Whoa.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, I've always thought that telekinesis is one of the most body horror-esque. That you can do some real fucked up shit real easily with some telekinesis.
Yeah.
Jean Grey's oh, I just created a microscopic little bubble inside of your brain. You're now gonna have an embolism and die immediately.
Or if you have just shape-shifting powers, that could be really body horrific if you did it right.
Yeah, because I mean, it's one of those things that you talked about, Eric, those almost implicit powers that they have sometimes.
Yeah.
Where
That they'd have to have in order for things to work.
Yeah, because a shapeshifter, if Mystique is turning from somebody that's maybe 5'2" and a female to somebody who's 6'3" and a male, the bones shifting around and changing places, that would...
Yep. And you'd have to put on mass and lose mass somehow. You know?
Where does it go?
Yep. What happened?
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Is it like a pocket dimension situation? Or is it
I guess it must be where their body just spontaneously creates and reduces its own mass or something.
I got that one.
I've never thought. Holy shit!
It's in Command Center
Yeah.
right now.
Like Mystique specifically, turning from like somebody who's 400 pounds to somebody who's like 90 pounds. What is that about?
Yeah. How does that happen?
Well, okay. Let's start with reading yours, Tyler, and then we'll go back up to mine.
All right,
Yeah.
Eric.
Because I'm super interested in Eric's story here.
Yeah, it looks like a good one.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, it's your story, bud.
It's your story.
All right. Eric Bracho was a normal, everyday guy until one fateful day when he was exposed to a mysterious substance. The substance gave him incredible powers, but at a terrible cost. As the substance coursed through his veins, Eric could feel his body changing. His muscles began to bulge and contort, his skin turning a sickly green color. He could feel his bones shifting and reshaping, becoming stronger and more durable. First, Eric was thrilled by his newfound abilities. He could lift cars with ease, and he could run faster than the speed of sound. Felt like a superhero. But as time went on, Eric began to notice the dark side of his transformation. His skin began to peel and rot, and his bones started to poke through his flesh. He was becoming something monstrous, a creature of pure horror. Despite his grotesque appearance, Eric decided to use his powers for good. He donned a mask to hide his disfigured face and set out to protect the city from evil. But as he fought against the forces of darkness, Eric's body continued to deteriorate. His powers became more and more unstable, and he struggled to maintain control. In the end, Eric was forced to make a choice: continue to use his powers and risk losing his humanity, or give up his powers and return to a normal life. It was a decision that would change the course of his life forever.
This is such a weird story.
Yeah, I don't get
Like I'm
that-
kind of the Hulk,
you-
but also kind of Dark Man.
But you can get rid of it? Like, you can choose to be like, nah, I don't want this anymore.
Well,
just- Well, I just have to stop using the powers.
Using
right?
the
Yeah.
substance? Like,
and it's not like it doesn't say that the powers are ever making you like do bad things. It's just that it's making your body all fucked
I
up.
think it's like
Yeah,
you're
deteriorate.
taking this mysterious substance. Like, the substance gave you powers. So, like, you were exposed to it, and then you're like, oh, well, if I keep using this, then I can just keep having
Well,
superpowers.
it doesn't say I have to keep using it. It just says
That's-
that I was
that's-
exposed to it, and
Yeah.
then it's coursing through my veins now.
So I think that it's like in stages kind of a thing. So like let's say you get exposed to this thing, you start using your powers for good, and then it
Right.
goes maybe into like a Teen Wolf kind of thing. You know, your ears are getting pointier, maybe your teeth are sharpening, you're getting like taller, and then 6 months from then you're like the Abomination, where you're pretty drastically changed.
Yeah. Well, and I'm like fucking Dark Man. Shit's just like falling off me and shit.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
maybe
you're
like
Dark
a
Man.
year from then, you look like something out of John Carpenter's The Thing, where you're almost barely
Yeah.
recognizable as even a human. You're still you in there, and you want to do good, but you're just fucked up looking.
You're like Frankenstein with
It's like
more
because
brain
there's these characters in Batman called Gotham and Gotham Girl who have, I think they're experimented upon and have superpowers, but the more they use their superpowers, like it takes their life essentially. So like the more power they use, the closer to death they are. So it's kind of like that too, right?
Mhm.
So
It's interesting.
so I'm like Hulk / Dark Man / Gotham.
slash Eric.
slash
Slash
Eric Bracho.
We know this wasn't true from the get-go because it says Eric was a normal everyday guy.
I
Come
know.
on.
I was like, why was that the first sentence?
That's not true.
Write me a Hingelman's Eve Christmas Carol. Should I?
Oh shit, dude. Yep, do it. Do it. Start it. Get it going.
All right.
Kringleman's Eve. Kringleman's Eve. Without an E.
Okay.
Kringlmans.
You write me the prompt and I'll feed
Apostrophe
it.
S.
I'll feed it. I'll feed it your prompt. You just type in your prompt. I will feed it your prompt.
Okay. What's the word I'm looking for here? The
Epic saga, the epic sojourn.
yeah.
The sojourn of Kringleman's.
The Sojourn title belongs to Abladesh.
Okay.
The
We gotta
what's
do
the word
Kringleman's.
for like a
We
there we go. I figured it out. The harrowing tale of the Kringleman and his Krangly friend Pants.
I just created the most generic, like, this is the fan fiction that I would have written if I had the wherewithal as an 8-year-old.
Just now, or the one that you posted?
The one
Oh, you
that I
did more. Okay.
this moment I just posted one. The previous one that I posted, I will tell you about now.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
The prompt for that one was Pee Wee Herman saves New York City from Fin Fang Foom.
Yes.
Scene. New York City is in chaos as Fin Fang Foom, a giant alien monster, rampages through the streets, destroying buildings and cars. People are running for their lives, afraid of the fearsome creature. Suddenly, a loud voice booms over the city. Hey, Fin Fang Foom! Pee Wee Herman's here to save the day! Fin Fang Foom turns to see Pee Wee Herman standing on a nearby rooftop, wearing his signature red bow tie and white suit. Pee Wee Herman, I challenge you to a dance-off! Fin Fang Foom roars in confusion, unsure of what a dance-off is.
Was Guardians of the Galaxy 1, dude?
Yeah.
Pee Wee Herman, Come on, Foomie! Come on, Foomie, let's see what you got! Pee Wee Herman starts to dance, doing his signature moves like the cha-cha and the twist.
Yeah.
Fin Fang Foom tries to imitate him, but ends up tripping over his own feet. You can't dance, Foomie! You lose! Fin Fang Foom, angry and humiliated, roars and charges at Pee Wee Herman, but Pee Wee is too fast for him and manages to dodge his attacks. You can't catch me, Foomie. I'm the king of cool! Fin Fang Foom, frustrated and exhausted, falls to the ground with a thud. Pee Wee Herman stands triumphantly over him. And that's how it's done, Foomie. Now get out of here before I call the police! Fin Fang Foom, defeated, slinks away into the shadows. Pee Wee Herman waves goodbye and turns to the cheering crowd. Thank you, thank you. Pee Wee Herman is here to save the day.
That's amazing.
Like, it made Pee Wee call him Foomie. He gave him a nickname.
Yeah.
That's such a Pee Wee thing to do.
So Pee-wee.
Congratulations to the computer for, like, being able to write like that.
I know. Yours was
I
big. Like, I told it to
couldn't
write an
write like
epic.
that.
I told it, like, the prompt was write me an epic story about the harrowing tale, and then your prompt, you know.
Nice.
Is that did you, like, Eric, you just posted something. Is that a prompt that you did, or that you'd, like...
That Tyler just
I
did.
used that prompt, but I wrote write me an epic story about the harrowing tale
Yeah.
of Kringleman and
Okay.
his Krangly friend Pants.
All right. Do you want me to read it?
Sure.
Good. Kringleman and his Krangly friend Pants had been captured by the evil Ubak Dar and imprisoned in their dark, dreary fortress. Kringleman and Pants knew that they had to escape if they wanted to see the light of day again. For weeks, the Kringleman and Pants worked tirelessly to devise a plan to escape. They studied the layout of the fortress and searched for any weakness they could exploit. Finally, they decided on a daring plan. They would wait until the guards were at their most lax, and then make a break for it. One dark and stormy night, the Kringleman and Pants made their move. They sneaked out of their cells and made their way through the winding corridors of the fortress, staying hidden in the shadows. As they neared the fortress gate, they were spotted by a guard. Kringleman and Pants knew that they had to act quickly if they wanted to make it out alive. They fought bravely against the guard, using their unique abilities to overpower him. The Kringleman's strength and Pants' agility proved to be a formidable combination. They were able to defeat the guard and make their way to the gates. But just as they were about to make their escape, they were confronted by the leader of the Ubak Dar, a fearsome creature with glowing red eyes. Kringleman and Pants knew that they would were no match for the creature. They refused to give up without a fight. They fought with all their might, using every ounce of strength and skill they had. In the end, they were able to defeat the creature and escape from the fortress. The Kringleman and Pants emerged from the fortress battered and bruised but alive. They had survived the harrowing ordeal and were ready to face whatever challenge lay ahead. They were unstoppable, and they knew that as long as they stood together, they could overcome any obstacle. That's pretty tight.
Pretty harrowing.
Nice.
It was. It's close to what I envisioned.
Is there a red-eyed monster in your story?
No,
Okay.
I mean,
but there can be.
Yeah.
There can be now.
Is the Ubok like, do they have red eyes?
Nah, they could.
I would say that the Ubakner prosecute or like persecute.
Yes,
So
they are very.
probably
They are
not.
persecutors and oppressors.
Okay, real quick, do you remember a while back we invented a holiday?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
course.
Do you
You want me
remember?
to pull it up?
Do you remember everything? Yeah. Because I'm.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Okay. I want to give it a prompt saying, invent a
Pull it
new,
up
a new
real quick.
holiday called, and then with all those other prompts that we gave.
I have it saved on my phone.
Good.
I have it too on
I
mine.
just know there's shadow play
Oh.
involved.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can easily shadow. There we go. Hork-Bajir. Hork-Bajir and Haste Fang. So, Hork-Bajir, choose your animal. Then, General Horkin. Public, you heard me. Charitable giving. Shadow play. Solve mysteries. Congress. Interpretive dance. That's Hork-Bajir.
Okay. Okay.
And then Haste Fang.
Spell Hork-Bajir again.
Hork. Then
Hyphen or space?
B-A... Space?
Okay.
It could be either. I don't care. Then Bajir. And then Haste Fang, which is just switch the F and the H around and face hang, is solitary reflection, regret, nourishment, regret, inversion nap, one act plays, guttural release, regret, evacuations, gravy inclusion, and unconsciously unconscious.
Okay.
That's Haste Fang.
Okay, I might need to have you give me the in like a more deeper like text, but I gave it a prompt: invent a new holiday called Hork-Bajir and Haste Fang, and
Okay.
it knew exactly what I was talking about. So there it is.
What?
It celebrates the
You know how to-
bond of friends.
Well, yeah, I mean, Hork-Bajir is like a direct reference, but
Yeah.
But like on this holiday, friends gather together to participate in activities that promote teamwork and cooperation. They might
Sure.
play sports or games that require them to work together, or they might engage in group projects or challenges. The holiday also
Sure.
has strong environmental focus, with many activities centered around conservation and protecting the natural world. Friends might
Meh.
go on nature hikes or clean up local parks, for example.
I mean, who's to say that that can't happen?
Who's to say?
I love that.
Who's to say?
I love it. Hork-Bajir and Haste Fang is typically celebrated on the first weekend of June. It's a day of fun and friendship and working together.
Friendship and working together
Did we-
to make the world a better place.
We did on the episode we came up with that on. We did give it a date, and I don't remember what it was. It might have been June.
I
Which
had
is hilarious.
zero memory of the day.
That would
I
be
did-
crazy if it was June.
There's the layout for you again.
Can I just tell you guys really quick my fucking ultimate fan fiction that I wrote?
Yes, please.
Amuro Ray in the Gundam teams up with Godzilla to fight King Ghidorah.
Yes.
The city is in ruins as King Ghidorah, a three-headed dragon, rampages through the streets. Buildings crumble and cars are crushed under its massive feet. Amuro Ray, pilot of the Gundam, stands on a nearby rooftop watching the destruction. Amuro, I have to stop this monster. Just then, Godzilla appears on the horizon, roaring and ready for battle. Amuro, Godzilla, we have to team up to defeat King Ghidorah. Godzilla nods in agreement, and the two giants charge towards King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah lets out a deafening roar and attacks with its powerful tails and laser beams from its eyes. I mean, it got multiple tails, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's Ghidorah. They should know.
Yeah, but I don't think Ghidorah ever used laser beams from its eyes.
True.
Amuro, quick, Godzilla, use your atomic breath. Godzilla unleashes a powerful blast of atomic energy, hitting King Ghidorah in the chest. King Ghidorah shrieks in pain but continues to fight. Amuro, now it's my turn. Amuro activates the Gundam's weapons and fires its beam rifle, striking King Ghidorah in the head. King Ghidorah falls to the ground defeated. Amuro, we did it, Godzilla! Godzilla roars in victory, and the two giants stand triumphant over the defeated King Ghidorah. The people of the city emerge from their hiding places, cheering and thanking Amuro and Godzilla for saving their city.
It's generating something beautiful. I love this.
These are all beautiful.
They are.
It is going crazy with that prompt that you just gave me, Bracho, because I just told it to basically write me a holiday using these criteria.
Yeah.
It's like going horde. It's horde right now.
Horde.
I'm gonna try and just type in exactly verbatim what Eric posted, just a list like that.
I just don't want it to error out. Like it was something that includes gravy. My God.
Yeah, gravy included.
Yeah, it has to.
Okay. I
It's
got
literally in the description.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally, yeah.
Message is too long. What the fuck? All right, I might have to break this up into chunks.
What? Oh my God.
All right.
Dude, this is good. This is good.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
All right. So,
One act plays.
Holy man.
here I go. I will talk,
Do it.
and I will recite
I will talk.
the Hork-Bajir and Haze-Fang. Hork-Bajir and Haze-Fang is a holiday that celebrates the bond between friends and the power of... Wait, we already read this, didn't we? Did we?
It's part of it, but
Oh, okay.
would,
Activities that promote teamwork. The day begins. Okay, let me start that again.
the general
Hork-Bajir and Haze-Fang is a holiday that celebrates the bond between friends and the power of cooperation. On this day, people choose an animal to represent them and participate in activities that promote teamwork and charitable giving. The day begins with a general Horkin, where people gather together to discuss the goals and plans for the day. This is followed by a public You Heard Me, where people share their chosen animals and explain why they chose them.
You heard me.
Next,
A bird. You heard me.
participants engage in charitable giving, donating time or resources to a worthy cause. This is followed by a shadow play, where participants create shadow puppets using their hands and other objects to tell stories and solve mysteries. The afternoon is dedicated to Congress, where participants come together to discuss important issues and work towards solutions.
Yes.
This is followed by an interpretive dance where participants express their thoughts and feelings through movement. In the evening, Haze-Fang is observed. This is a time for solitary reflection, where people take time to themselves to reflect on their actions and choices. This is followed by a period of regret, where people acknowledge any mistakes or regrets that they may have. Next, participants engage in nourishment, nourishing their bodies and minds with healthy food and activities. This is followed by a period of inversion nap. People take a short nap with their feet elevated above their heads.
Okay, hold on really quick.
Yeah.
This reads exactly like a pamphlet for like a resort.
It
They
does.
tell you what you're gonna do
Can
there.
we do
Yep.
this? Can we just come up with this and like start doing
Next.
it in public?
Like participants
The-
will do this. Yeah. Oh my God, I love it.
The evening continues with one-act plays. Participants put on short plays or skits. This is followed by guttural release, where participants engage in activities that allow them to release any pent-up emotions.
You're so
Yeah.
vague about it, and then when you get there and you see guttural release,
But also
you're like,
correct.
Holy
It's
shit.
correct, but it's like whoa.
They're correct, but they're trying to be vague, so they're not like
Yeah.
we'll stand and we just.
As the night falls, participants engage in evacuations. preparing for any potential emergencies. Not that type of evacuations, but I'll take it.
What a great way to
Yeah,
word it.
evacuations, like, it can be whatever. Like, you know, any emergencies happen, you got to evacuate, but, you know, we're talking about BMs.
Yeah. Finally, the holiday concludes with gravy inclusion, where participants enjoy a special meal that includes gravy.
It's not centered around it. It's just like it's
includes-
there. It's an option.
Sure.
About gravy inclusions where our participants enjoy a special meal that includes gravy. Literally just restating gravy inclusion.
Yeah.
Throughout the day, participants are encouraged to engage in activities that allow them to be unconsciously unconscious, letting go of their conscious thoughts and allowing their subconscious minds to take over. Hork Bajir and Haste Fang is a day of fun, friendship, and self-reflection.
My God,
Dude,
This-
chef
Can we get
kisses.
a
kisses.
pamphlet printed out of this, please?
Yeah, like all of this is exactly. If anybody ever legitimately asked us about these holidays, that is the
Fuck,
explanation we should
hang
give.
There it is.
It seems pretty vague.
You want Haste
Yeah, I
Fang
know.
and Hork Bajir? It is vague.
But that's
But
good.
we can combine it with the shit we made up for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the really intricate, detailed, you know, like what to do with shadow play.
All the shit that we made up for it are the actual things. This is just the general
This is just
description
to
you get
get people,
to,
like-
get in the door.
Yeah, it's like a hook. You know, it's like, oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Guttural
And then you get
release.
that,
Yeah.
and you're like, regret.
And it's much darker than that. Yeah.
Yeah, regret's like the page is black. Like all the pages are nice and vibrant. Then you get to regret. It's like just regret.
Regret.
All right. I have two that I've made. One, I just was curious what it would do. I just typed the perfect winter day, and it went on to describe that. I have not read that.
Okay.
The other one that I actually want to share right now is, like I said, I just gave it that list that Eric said
Mhm.
of like Hork Bajir, choose your animal, general Horkin, etc. You guys need to hear this because it's beautiful.